Hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Thank you so much. Give me a few minutes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. 1 second, please. Hello, Wesley. How you doing? Hello, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining me. Thank you. I'll be with you all in just a second, tidying up some stuff. 1 second, please. Thank you so much. I have 20 in the room, 11 thumbs up. Please let the thumbs match the people in the room. Thank you so much for joining me. Please respect the creator, the mods, and the chat. I do not see all comments, and the mods reserve the right to block you if you use any type of derogatory statements, any bullying, name drops, channel drops. It won't go on here. So I thank you for joining me. 22 in the room. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hello, Vala. How are you doing, darling? Hello, Hoppy, Deborah G. I have 2 mods on deck. One is on the way, getting off from their employment. So thank you all so much. Oh, Lordy. 1 second. Everybody's just on a message. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started because I have 2 topics. The first topic will be about Mr. Tiger Woods, for those of you who know the famous Mr. Tiger Woods. And the second subject will be about trusting your teenagers. Interesting topic. And I hope you all can stay on topic and know that if you can't, you probably should not stay in the chat if you can't stay on the topic at hand, because it helps to flow and keep the continuity of the chat going. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started about Mr. Tiger Woods. If you need verification for the story, CNN is the source. I got this from amp.cnn.com. One second. I'm going to play you some information here.
It's really amazing that he survived this crash, because if you look at the pictures, it is clearly awful. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, our chief medical correspondent, was listening carefully. Very serious leg injuries, but he was alert. There was no evidence that he was unconscious or anything along those lines, Sanjay.
Yeah, calm and lucid was how the deputy described when he first saw Tiger Woods. He was talking to him through the window, and he felt, based on him assessing Tiger Woods, that he could even, in fact, wait for the LA County Fire Department to show up to actually extricate him. So these are all little clues that obviously very serious car accident, and we know that Tiger Woods was in serious condition, but there was a sense that this was something, at least at the scene, where he could be stabilized. They felt that they could transport him, safely by ambulance to a trauma center, which was a little bit further away than the closest hospital. Which, several things, it gives you these clues. First of all, there wasn't a problem was something very immediate like his airway, or that while he may have been bleeding, they felt that the bleeding could largely be controlled, and also that he needed to be at a trauma center because they were pretty certain, it sounds like at the time, that he would need something done for his leg injuries. They also made mention, Wolf, as you heard, that the airbags went off. He was wearing a seatbelt. The cabin of the car was relatively intact, which makes sense because it doesn't sound like he had some sort of head injury or something like that. That obviously could have been a bigger problem, or a chest injury or something like that. I will say, Wolf, just with these types of situations, that is sort of the picture at the time. You don't know a lot. You're just basically trying to collect as many clues as you can and make a determination. And now we'll hear from the doctors at some point who are caring for him the overall nature of his injuries. Were there other injuries besides the legs? They don't know for sure, because sometimes you only find those after a more full and thorough examination. So that's some of, I'm sure, what happened at the hospital, in addition to the operation, which most likely was to address bleeding and these fractures. You can have a lot of bleeding from leg fractures, from the femur, very large bone. If that breaks, and we don't know that it did, but if that was the broken bone, you can have a lot of bleeding from that. That could cause someone to have their blood pressure drop, and that may have been why they were saying he was in serious condition that would qualify for that, Wolf.
Yeah, and it's really amazing because he did say, the deputy, the sheriff, Carlos Gonzalez, that he was wearing a seatbelt. There were airbags that opened up, and that probably, he said, saved his life, right?
Yeah, that was interesting to hear that description of the roadway there, and the deputy, as you heard, Wolf, talk about the fact that he's seen fatal car accidents there. It's a pretty problematic stretch of road, it sounds like, but yeah, I mean, he was going at a high rate of speed, went through some sort of road sign, it sounds like, went over the median, crossed over the opposing lanes, then went several hundred feet into the brush, the surrounding brush, hit a tree that was about 8 inches in diameter, he said. So, it was a significant accident, but it sounds like the majority of the deceleration and the absorption of the force was on the front of the car. And the cabin itself, even though it sounds like it rolled, stayed intact. So all those things sounds like played a role in making this not as serious as it could have been.
Okay, that was commentary from CNN. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of what was written not too long ago at update 11:24 p.m. on the 23rd of 2021, February, which is today still. Okay. Golf legend Tiger Woods suffered serious leg injuries and was trapped unconscious when emergency responders reached the scene of his one-vehicle rollover crash on a stretch of California road known for speeding and accidents, authorities said Tuesday. Woods, 45, was driving shortly after 7 a.m. Pacific time in Ranchos Palos Verdes near Los Angeles when the SUV he was using crossed the median and went across 2 lanes of road before hitting a curb, hitting a tree, and landing on his side off the roadway in the brush. A Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy who was the first to arrive said he found Woods still in the driver's seat, wearing his seatbelt, and that the golfer was able to tell him his name was Tiger. But potentially in shock and didn't seem to be concerned with his injuries at the time, Deputy Carlos Gonzalez said. Los Angeles County Fire Chief Daryl Osby told CNN's John Berman that Woods was alert and oriented and was trying to self-extricate, but he was stuck. Firefighters used a pry bar and an axe to free the golfer, who this past weekend hosted a PGA Tour event in the area, but didn't play because of a recent back surgery. They broke the windshield with the axe and used the bar to pry the seats and metal from around Woods' legs, Osby said. They put Woods in a neck collar, attached leg splints, and used a backboard to get him through the giant hole in the windshield to an ambulance. He went to the hospital in serious but stable condition with injuries to both legs, Osby said. Woods' agent, Mark Steinberg, said the golfer was in surgery with multiple injuries, according to Golf Digest. How the crash happened. The crash, which destroyed the front Genesis SUV courtesy vehicle, could have been fatal, but the airbags and seatbelts helped Woods survive, Gonzalez and Sheriff Alex Villanueva said. The sheriff said he thinks Woods was traveling at a high rate of speed down a hilly part of the road when the crash occurred. There were no skid marks or other indications of braking, Villanueva added. Villanueva said that the section of road is downhill on a curve And he and Gonzalez said the area is known as a trouble spot for speeding and accidents. Deputies responding to Woods saw no evidence of impairment, Villanueva said, and they didn't ask hospital officials to take a blood draw, he said. A Los Angeles law enforcement source told CNN that no field sobriety test was administered because of the seriousness of Woods' injuries. A tweet from the sheriff's department earlier said rescuers used the jaws of life to get Woods out of the vehicle, but Osby said firefighters, in fact, used a tool for prying and an axe to remove the windshield and free Woods. Woods was taken to the Harbor UCLA Medical Center, a trauma center. CNN was reached out to the hospital for his condition. The sheriff's department said Woods was the only occupant of the car. Another car not involved in the initial rollover incident stopped after the crash and was rear-ended, according to Los Angeles County PIO Henry Narvaez. The days leading up to the crash. Woods likely was headed for the Rolling Hills Country Club in nearby Rolling Hills Estates for a shoot with Golf Digest and Golf TV, according to Daniel Rappaport, the Tiger Woods correspondent for Golf Digest. Woods had a 7:30 a.m. call time, with shooting supposed to begin at 8 a.m. It was the second day of shooting. Rappaport told CNN's Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer that Woods was not playing or hitting, but was giving on-course playing lessons to celebrities. He was in good spirits on Monday when he did that, Rappaport said of the shoot. Woods had hosted the Genesis Invitational over the weekend and was seen intermittently on Saturday and more often during Sunday's final round. Woods was at the course Monday with NBA legend Dwayne Wade, actress Jada Pinkett Smith, and actor David Spade. The reason I picked up a golf club yesterday was a pretty cool day. Thank you at Tiger Woods at Golf Digest for this dope opportunity, Wade wrote on Instagram Tuesday. Smith posted photos on Twitter of her and Woods at the links. Guess who I had the most awesome golf day with yesterday? Yes, the magnificent at. I can't wait for you to see my golf journey with Tiger. Stay tuned, she wrote. Spade joked about Woods' ability as an instructor. Golf lesson with this guy today, and you know what? He's not bad. He picks things up very quickly. Good listener. He tweeted with a photo of himself and a smiling Woods. And then there's a said picture of the actor and Tiger the day before. Okay. Woods, who has won a record tying 82 PGA Tour events, announced earlier this year that he had a recent back operation, the fifth of his professional career. Woods told CBS sportscaster Jim Nance in video posted Sunday on the PGA Tour's Twitter feed that he was feeling fine but a little bit stiff after his most recent procedure. He said he was scheduled to get one more MRI. Woods previously had back surgery, a spinal fusion in 2017, and made his return almost a year later. He went on to launch a remarkable comeback, winning the Masters in 2019. Any progress last year was hampered by yet another back injury and the pandemic, which heavily disrupted the golf calendar. We have been made aware of Tiger Woods' car accident today. We are awaiting further information when he comes out of surgery. On behalf of the PGA Tour and our players, Tiger is in our prayers and will have our full support as he recovers, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan said. Woods last played competitive golf at the rescheduled Masters in November. He also played golf in a father-son event called PNC Challenge in December in Florida. Woods was the host of this weekend's PGA Tour event, the Genesis Invitational at Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades, and some proceeds went to his foundation. World number 3 golfer and friend Justin Thomas got emotional while talking about Woods ahead of the Workday Championship at the concession event in Bradenton, Florida. I'm sick to my stomach, he told PGA Tour Entertainment. You know, it hurts to see one of my closest friends get in an accident. Man, I just hope he's all right. Just worry for his kids, you know. I'm sure they're struggling. I can't even get my words together. I'm sorry. Jack Nicklaus, whose record for 18 major titles Woods has been chasing, tweeted his well wishes. Barbara and I heard about Tiger's accident, and like everyone else, we are deeply concerned, he wrote. We want to offer him our heartfelt support and prayers at this difficult time. Please join us in wishing Tiger a successful surgery and all the best for a full recovery. And then there is corrections in this storyline. This story has been updated with the correct status of Wood's vehicle, as well as the correct spelling of the Los Angeles County spokesperson's last name. Also, the LA County Sheriff's Department initially said Woods was cut from his vehicle using the jaws of life. Yes, and I had heard that earlier on YouTube. It has since said that it is not the case. This story has been updated to reflect that. If you need verification for this story, please log on to CNN News. And it was just updated at 11:24 p.m. It is now 11:49 Eastern Time p.m. in the east side of the country where I am currently giving you this said information. So Tiger Woods, 45, was removed from this said SUV. They believe that he was going at a high rate. No sobriety test was administered due to the severity of the crash. And it looks like so far that we know that he is okay. He has sustained some leg injuries to both legs, but I am praying that he will be okay. And I thought I'd bring you all that information because I saw a video earlier on YouTube, and there was a chat going on pertaining to the scene, which showed, the car on the embankment. And naturally, I thought, well, how did he get over there? Because on that side where his SUV rode, or where it laid rather, there were houses sitting up and no road. So I thought, well, he must have been coming from maybe across the street and or the same side of the road, hauling tail, as they would say. And now we hear he crossed the road, crossed the median, obviously airborne, flipped and landed on the opposite side of the road. So prayers to Tiger Woods. That's my set information so far. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thank my mods in the room. Thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Yes. But the thing that bothered me in that chat that I was watching were the nasty comments that people were making about Tiger Woods. We already know he had a turbulent past years back while he was still married to his first wife, and all the shenanigans that went on with the other women and women coming forward. And I just thought it's a new day. It's nasty to make death comments about anybody. My thing is, so long as a person isn't harming children or adults in any way, it's, you know what I mean? Like, assault, deviant, felonious crimes, making derogatory statements about a person dying is very disrespectful and it's ignorant. You may not like a person. You may not like their behavior, as the scripture would say, but don't wish death on someone just from past indiscretions with the opposite sex. And we'll leave it at that. I feel like he is a tormented child star. I knew it wasn't true, so I asked them for their source. What are you talking about, Backspace? He's known for drug abuse, use, and pills. Lord have mercy. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Welcome, Julie. Oh, my. That is the said information from CNN News. Hope you all are well. Coming out this Tuesday. Going into a new day. Amen. My second topic is about teenagers, because you all don't seem to like to stay on topic, so I had to pick two topics. We'll see how it goes. There are some things I've noticed with some people who have teenagers. I'm trying to figure out in this modern day and time why anyone would not trust their child who has come of age to do certain things, such as go to other people's homes to visit, go to functions where other teenagers, are gathering. Maybe you're picking certain activities that for your child to participate in, but maybe like church oriented perhaps. But if it's someone's home, why wouldn't you trust your child to go to someone else's house? Because my thing is, if you are trusting the child to come to your home to be around your kid. What is the problem with letting your child go to their home to visit? Because I don't think it is fair for a child to not be able to go other places that with other kids, whether it be the movie theaters, the mall, whatever. You have to be able to trust your children. Now, if indeed you have a troubled child, troubled teenager, then I can see why you do not want your child going places that you are not going to be around. But we all know that as long as your child is attending public or private school, he or she can get into mischief at the school. And I'm just kind of I don't know. I'm just confused why a person don't allow their child to go to someone else's house to visit, but you only let that said child come to your house. I'm confused. I don't get it. Because the reason why I say this is because eventually what will happen, what can happen is that your child will start to act out because you don't let them go anywhere. You let them go certain places, as I said, but not to others' homes. Could be public outings where there's chaperones, such, but not to a said teenager's house. And I don't understand why anyone won't trust their child to go to someone else's house, because I feel like if you're instilling values in your child and you've told them what you will and will not tolerate from them, then they know that when they hit the floor in the morning, they know that when they go about their day, they know that when their head hits the pillow, and they also should know that when they are out and about, out of sight from the parent. So what is wrong with trusting your kids to go to someone else's house? Now, a person could say, well, I don't know what they're doing over there. That's why you talk to the parents and you let them know your concerns and what you will and will not tolerate, and take a chance and pray for the best. And if need be, you give your said teenager a cell phone. So if they feel like something's about to pop off, jump off, you tell them to dial me and 911 and hightail your tail out of there. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't understand why anyone does not want a child to go to other friends' houses. That's weird to me. Now, when I grew up, naturally, my mother did not like us going in people's homes. I grew up in the city, so the mindset of city people is a little bit different than people who live in other demographics, such as the South. I was born in the 70s, so naturally the mindset was different than growing up in Chicago. Most of us knew each other in the neighborhood, so we patronized, different people's houses, of course. But my mother did not like a lot of people in her home, and nor did she want us just gallivanting around in people's houses every day. That was how she raised us. So I get it. But you have to trust your child at some point to go and do the right thing, and also talk to them about things that may not be, what is the word I'm looking for? Appropriate behavior from them and or others. That's why you have to talk to your children. So when they get to a certain age, they know what to look for. They know when to be suspicious of odd behavior from adults, children, outsiders. You get my drift. There's always going to be a point when your child is going to be out of sight. But I just cannot understand why anyone will not let their child at an age of at least 16, 15, not go to other people's houses. I'll go even far as 13, 12. Really, the number doesn't really matter to me. Because if you're trusting those children to come visit you, what is wrong with your child going to their house? Do you understand? Because you had to talk to those parents in order to get their children to come to your house. So why can't you say, well, I'm just letting you know this is how I feel about this. I don't want no hanky-panky. You see anything crazy, you call me. I'll come get my kid, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You have to know how to talk to people. So that way they know that you mean business about your kid, because that is your child. But not letting your kids roam to other people's houses that they're good friends with, that's weird to me. I don't understand. Especially in a modern day like this. And I understand sometimes we can be too lax in raising children and not making them mind, not staying on top of their schoolwork, their personal habits. And that's how stuff jumps out, because you're not really aware. But I just don't believe in it. And same thing with leaving them alone in the house. I think as a teenager, you should be able to leave a 15, 16-year-old alone in the house. I'm sorry. If you're at a point where you can't leave that child alone, something is seriously wrong. That's just my opinion. Okay, hi. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's some parents who don't care where their kids go. Right, and that's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Every situation is not the same. I'm not talking about people who don't make their kids mind and don't watch their kids and not watching and never home. Those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about freelance parents. I'm not talking about freelance kids. I'm talking about parents who stay on top of their kids, and you talk to your kids about the do's and the don'ts of the world. Why can't you trust your child to go to somebody else's house to visit? It's okay for their kid to come to your house. You won't let your kid go to Susie Mae's house to play for 2 hours, to fraternize. Why not? It's odd to me. Because I'm telling you, you're setting your child up for failure because you're telling your child, I don't trust you. You're a good kid, you make good grades, but I don't trust you. That's what you're saying. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord Jesus. I didn't let my kids go to other kids' homes and they didn't come to mine. Hi, Mildred, how you doing? Lord, Mildred, old school. I still love you, Mildred. I understand. But like I said, I understand everybody's race different. But what I'm saying is at some point, you're going to have to trust your children because like I said, you do not want to set your child up for failure down the road where when they turn 18, they cannot wait. You get my drift. They cannot wait to get out your house so they can go fraternize with people. And that is dangerous because they will be too happy to be in somebody's house, car, and they'll probably be around the wrong ones because they're so damn happy to have some damn freedom. They'll be all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? They won't be able to use good judgment because they don't go anywhere but certain places you allow them to go. That's all I'm saying. Hello. Go to the friend's house, but everyone can come. Yes, Night Owl. That's something that I've seen. It's weird to me. Very weird to me. I leave my teenager in the house, but only allow him to use the microwave. Okay, Sanaya. Yes, Night Owl. Yours are ground. I trusted my children. They show me responsibility. Okay. Like I said, I understand if somebody's having a issue with their child. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about anybody who has wayward children, juvenile delinquents that stay in trouble all the time. If you're that person or you know somebody, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about kids that are good, go to school, make good grades, and they abide by the rules. Those are the children I'm talking about. I have a friend that will not allow her kid to stay the night at friends. Okay. Yes. Thank you, loving mother. Thank you. People are crazy. Not everyone has good intentions. Yeah. And I understand that. That's why I just said, if you are trusting that other children to come to your house, then that means you've had to talk to their parents in order for that child to get to your house. So if you're building a rapport with these people, why can't you at some point say, okay, I've met their mother. I've talked to the mother. I like their conversation. I've talked to my child, about the kids when they come over, what they're talking about. Do they get a good sense that it would be safe to go over to their house? And that's why you talk to your kids. You always talk to your kids. You just say, well, hey, what was Tanisha talking about? What did she talk about? What is her home life like? That's why you ask questions. And if your kid gives you a good report to say, well, it seems like everything's okay. I don't hear of any drug use or, heavy partying or riffraff running out, then you take a chance. And what you do is, you shorten the window. Don't let it be an 8-hour window, a sleepover. Let it be a short spell, see how it goes, because I think you want to trust your kid. There's just no way I can see having a 16-year-old. I'm not going to trust a 16-year-old to go to somebody's house for just a couple of hours. Nowadays, it's not the kids you have to worry about. Yes, I understand that. My daughter's in Puerto Rico right now. She travels way more than I did. Okay. Those good kids can be easy let. You have to learn to trust your child, even if they make a mistake. Well, that's why I'm saying that if you talk to your children and you tell them what you expect from them, they will know that when they leave the house. That's why I said it doesn't matter if they're just going to school. You let them know, this is what I expect from you. If you're into this, this, and this, Pookie Ray Ray offers you this, you let me know. That's what I'm saying. You are talking to your children about life, people, situations, drug, alcohol use, whatever, sex. They'll know to do the right thing. And I'm not saying the children will not make mistakes. Of course they will. They're children. I'm just saying it's weird to me when a child has gotten up in age and they're almost grown, you don't want them going to somebody else's house. That's all I'm saying. It's just odd. I'm just saying. Yes, they're going to rebel. And that's where I'm taking this conversation, that you may look up one day and realize sweet mama has climbed out of the window, didn't hop on the school bus, not waiting for the ride they're supposed to get in after school because they're tired of not being able to fraternize with their friends. Their friends are only coming to their house. They're like, okay, I see you all the time over here. I want to see what their house looks like. You know what I'm saying? What we say in the street, let me put my foot up on your table. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Right. You can't shelter them from the world. Yes, exactly. They have to make mistakes to learn. Yes. Very true. Can't trust the people who are going to show your kids the right things to do. Yes, and I understand all of that. Okay. My boy knows the rules and he's already left his friends as friends' parents start yelling. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you teach your kids the signs to say, if you see anything suspicious, such as inappropriate behavior, touching, cussing, fussing, drug use, drinking, somebody hit somebody, run out of the door. Because you don't ever know where your child is going to be, where they're going to see those things anyway. You're just assuming and hoping your child won't. But like I said, if you have children and you have them in public and private schools, they have to leave your house to go to school. So you don't know what goes on even in the schoolhouse. And we have seen from news events over the years that terrible things also transpire during school hours. Yes, what you teach your children. Yes, indeed. Someone is going to notice they are grown and they will get caught up. Okay. Still, sometimes people are fake. Talking and meeting still isn't enough. Yes. But see, that is the whole point that I'm making about life, is that there are no guarantees that anyone is going to be who they say they are. People lie to people every day. People, as you say, pretend to be something they're not. But what I'm saying is, you do not want a green child. You do not want your babies to be green, to where they don't know anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you refuse to talk to your children about the facts of life, people, money, relationships, various religions, homosexuality, all those things, your child will leave the nest dumb as a bag of rocks. And that's how they'll get caught up. Because you didn't want to tell them anything. Because you were worried for whatever reason. And now your child is out there in the world alone, such as in college, military, whatever. They don't know anything because you didn't want to tell them nothing. Now they've got to learn on their own, unsupervised, without mommy and daddy, auntie, grandmama, whomever beside them. And they may be in a situation where they can't call you for help. Now, you understand what I'm saying? We all ran wild into life because we were green. Zenobia. Hi, Zenobia. How you doing? Hey. So good to see you. And please change your name. Oh, Zenobia, I'm going to have to send you a message. I've been telling all the people in the chat to use aliases while they're in the chat or through their Google. How is everybody doing? My kid is cheap, got money, and don't really go out, but the girls are different. Hi, baby. So good to see you, Zenobia. Thank you, Crystal, everybody. I'm so happy that you're okay. Good to see you. Oh, I believe most children become informed too quick. Well, Well, that's what I'm saying. They can become informed all kind of ways. All I'm saying is, like I said, people do what they want with their children. I don't tell people how to raise their kids. All I'm saying is, there's just certain things I've noticed. I just can't see somebody having somebody almost grown and they can't go to someone's house. That's just weird to me. I mean, it's a one thing if they're going all the time, running or welcome out. That's just totally different. But you have got to be able to trust your kids at some point, especially when they're almost grown. Oh, I believe most children become informed too quick. Okay, I got that statement. He can't get out. He sends a code to me and his two sisters. Okay. 11 and 15. Hi, Angie's Flight. How you doing? Hi, Jennifer. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you so much. Chris Spice. Today's children have been exposed to too much younger, immature parents and lack of parenting. Addictions and the internet, all positive influence are not positive. Our music industry lyrics are very, yes, indeed. Well, that's why I said if you talk to your children, you got to talk to your kids. They don't know anything anyway until you talk to them. So you have to talk to your children. If you know what you did as a teenager, what makes you not trust your kids? A night owl, you're a mess. Well, that was just my topic. That was just something that was on my mind. I know. When I went away to school, my thing was, everybody was glad to be away from their parents. They were glad to be, away. And I'm telling you, when you go away to college, if nobody's taught you anything, no one's told you how to wash your clothes or balance a checkbook, or you understand what I'm saying? They haven't taught you anything about sex and men and ladies, and you will get an eye-opening experience. Just saying. You don't talk to your kids about things. You do not want them going out into the world not knowing anything and what to look for with people. That's why a lot of people are being hoodwinked and bamboozled, because nobody taught them anything and told them what to look for. Have unresolved issues that they project, such as what, Night Owl? Yes, Zenobia, yes. Hello, Natasha. How you doing? Yes, that's true. Kids don't stay kids forever. This is true. I love trying to communicate with my teenagers. They believe they know it all. Well, of course they do. Of course they think they do. Of course. My kids come tell me new things I never heard of. I believe that, Crystal. If you parent them right, they'll be okay. So now that's what I'm saying. Everything is about faith. Some of you don't have faith. Some people don't have faith. So if you don't have faith, you don't really have much anyway. Kids or no kids. You have to lean on faith at some point in life. So if you go out thinking bad things will happen, then bad things probably will happen. You just got to have faith in this world, because like I said, there's going to be a time when your children are grown. They will not have their mommy and daddy around to talk to work out their situations, So that's why I'm saying you have to be able to talk to your children about certain things anyway. So it's a given. I was at work. He was sneaking out the house and returned home after midnight. I whooped his A and caught a case and went to jail that night because he ran away. And oh, Sheba, my gosh. Oh, my God. Masterful said she calls me a dinosaur. You are so funny. Told the police on me. Okay. Wow. Woo, mercy. Okay. Yikes. Anybody want to call in with an experience? Not trusting your children? I'm a 40-year-old parent of a 1 and 2-year-old. I hope I'll be able to keep up with them. Oh, honey, yes. We had another young lady in here who just had a baby at 43. Everybody was cracking jokes, and I told them, that's not nice. Everybody lives a different path than everybody else. Yes, kids are having kids. I stay talking to mine about everything. Literally, don't be game goofy. Oh, y'all are so crazy. All right, Sanaya. They probably did things they shouldn't have done and are embarrassed by it. Instead of explaining their mistakes to their kids, they choose to keep them under strict rules, thinking it's better. Yeah, but not out. I'm telling you. When they hit that payment at 18, it's on and popping. That's all I'm saying. They will not know what to do with themselves. They just won't. They'll probably be the type that never sits down. They won't sleep. They won't eat properly because all they're going to want to do is run the street because they weren't able to run the street. They went places, but like I said, more perhaps church-oriented type things, family-oriented type, going away to visit maybe relatives and stuff like that's not the same thing as being able to have a camaraderie with your friends. You can't go to their house. They can come to yours, but you can't go to theirs. I mean, I think a kid would feel would feel salty about that. They would feel real salty. I'm here going, hi, baby. Hey. Yes, the 43-year-old with a baby. Yes. Well, that's why I said everyone has a different plight in life. And my thing is, if you got your husband, I guess you do what you want with your husband. I can't tell no wife what to do with her husband. Okay. Mine asked me if she could join the Air Force after she graduated. Okay, my children grown. Okay, not out, don't start. That's what we say in the South. For those of you who don't understand that, we say children. Us Southerners. Anybody want to call the queen and give a testimony of children and trust, not trusting your children? Hello, Mama Red. How you doing, baby? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh.
Can you hear me?
I see you decided to call me on the other.
Girl, I meant to call you on the other thing. Hey,
it don't matter. No, it's all the same. It's all the same. Hold on. Yeah, because this one, it rings extra. That's what I hate about it. Hold on a minute. I don't know why it does that, but okay. Hit it. This is not Al.
Y'all know I was going to call in about this one. This is my favorite kind of
Listen. You don't have to mix it up. You don't have to mix it up for the pilgrims.
Now, I'm going to say this. I had my kids very young in my 20s. When my kids were like 3 and 4 years old, they would play outside. I was a very protective parent. My husband very protective. That's what it was. That's how I was raised. But I was given freedom to an extent. All the kids would come in the yard, play. My kids have popsicles. I would give kids I had never seen popsicles, and they would play. I actually met a parent that said, my kid can't come to your house, but your kids can come to my house. And I was kind of like, I didn't know. I was like, is something like wrong with your child? Because I have a disabled daughter, and they have friends that are disabled as well at the time. So I thought maybe it was one of them type of issues, which I understand. But no, this was a perfectly healthy child, wanted to play with the rest of the kids, and this mother was very much, your kids can come to my house, but they can't come to yours. I had never heard anything like that. Because I was always taught if somebody can come to your house, you should be able to go to their house. Because you shouldn't beat nobody else's door down more than they beat yours down.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because, that didn't seem right. Well, as my kids aged and went to school, I had a rule. Once they got out of school, they had to come home and do homework. They could not get off a school bus and play with neighborhood kids. Now, I have a rule where before you go to anybody's house, I have to go with you to the said house, meet the person, whomever it is, find out who's in the house, how many adults, how many kids, the ages, so I can know if it's appropriate for my kids to play with other kids, because sometimes little kids will say somebody way older is their friend because the person is nice to them. So I always check that thing out for myself. And I ran into that as my kids aged, where parents said no, their kids couldn't go nowhere. They had to stay in the house. They had to babysit, but my kids come over there. First of all, my kids were kids. They weren't finna do no babysitting. I mean, they just period point blank. They didn't have no kids. They were kids. And so I found it odd when I would have friends that say, well, no, can't nobody come to my house, but your kids come to my house. And I would be like, well, why are you like that? And they were like, well, we don't trust people, and there's so much that goes on and this and that. Yes, there's a lot that goes on. But do you know what kids I did meet? I met kids as soon as they turned 17, 18, they were pregnant. And the girls would be like, I didn't know I could get pregnant. Well, how did you not know you could get pregnant? Did you know what sex was? I mean, not really. The boy liked me, and I liked him, but I couldn't tell my mama. And so he snuck in the house while mama was at work, because I can't go to nobody's house, and mama don't talk to me, and here come a baby. You see, these are the things that my friends went through, unfortunately, because some of them thought like this. I thought it was the weirdest thing. I was like, girl, we were kids. We don't left the house and went to the store and was only supposed to play in the street. I mean, these are typical teenager experiences. And when kids don't have a normal childhood, not saying you got to go with everything, but if they don't have some type of experience, what do these people think happens once they go to college, the military, the workforce? They meet other people who tell them, girl, hit this weed, hit this blunt, girl, drink this, we got a little wine cooler. See, they start them off with little things like that to make them feel like, oh, just what you're supposed to do. But if you ain't talked to them and they've been in the house for the past 17 years, the next 17 years, they going to wild out. They going to the club late at night. They going to be doing some of everything. And they become prey to people who know they green. I just had a talk with my daughter. My daughter turned 20 3 or 4 days ago, right? My daughter making plans for her 21st birthday.
She turned how old?
Right? 20. Yeah, I have a 20-year-old. So,
okay.
My daughter making plans for birthday next year due to we had the ice storm, so we had inches of snow. So she not worried about the 20. You know what she worried about? 21st. You know the first thing my daughter wants to do?
Yeah, I know what. She want to go to Beale Street. I know that's right.
Get some drink. With a friend. But do you know what this mama said at 40 and my husband said at 42? We had the whole talk again about drinks, not accepting drink. Don't go out with too many friends. Don't drink and drive. If they see you in there, you're going to look green because you're 21. The bartender going to tell you take the drinks. They going to want to turn you up. But mama telling you, no. We ain't going to turn our way up now. We ain't going to turn our way up. You understand? Because mama got them sticks on the phone. And we got family members. Mama said, she'll pop out on us. You understand? We can pop out on them. But I know that's her 21st, her rite of passage. But I'm still raising them. I have an 18-year-old, I'm still raising them. So just because I allow them to go places, eventually they're going to be adults, and mine are. They're going to either do what you have taught them to do, or they going to fumble it up and make mistakes, and unfortunately they have to learn from the mistakes. But I can't keep them changed in the house, because life is forever changing. Every day brings about a change. See my point?
Yes.
I have fun with it, but I can't act like I'm like parents, like my parents were, you know. Of course you don't want to hear your kids talk about partying. Well, didn't you party? If you didn't, eventually you did something that your parents don't know about. Everybody don't have to been in some situation where they have done something that they're not proud of. And it ain't got to be nothing outrageous. But it's not like everyday adults don't have secrets or things that they don't tell about themselves. So I have to talk to my kids. Do I think my kids gonna tell me everything they do in life? No. And why should they? I don't tell them everything I do in life. But we the best of everything to one another. I'm a mother first, then I'm a friend second. But if I didn't allow them to go to somebody's house to see how other people live and understand, oh, that's cool or this ain't cool, then what was I gonna do when it was time for college? My daughter went off to college. She's only home because of COVID. She was 5-6 hours away. So I didn't talk to her every day. No, I had to allow her to continue to grow. And I'm trusting God, and I'm trusting what my husband and I put in my kids. And I sleep good at night. My kids know I'm not coming to no jails if they breaking nobody's house. My kids know I ain't coming to no jails if they shoplifting. My kids know I ain't coming to no jails if they prostitute. My kids know I ain't coming to no jails if they out there fighting for no reason. They know that. They know that. Because I've been saying it since they've been 1 year old. See my point? I've already went over this multiple times. So they said to their friends, I haven't had any issues, and I thank God for that. But even if they do venture off and do things that I probably would be upset with, they have to learn from that. I can't learn from them. I don't live life, right? I don't live life. They got to live life and make their own choice and go from there. But me keeping them in the house wasn't going to do nothing. I have daughters. And the last thing I wanted was for my daughters to be so up under me that they don't know if that boy say this, then that means you're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. You're supposed to be naked on live, giving head, all kinds of shit out here. No, I have real conversations and I keep it 100, we keep it open. I trust them. But I'm not going to act like I didn't do stuff when I was their age. I mean, I moved out of my house when I was 17. So, I mean, it's a different time and a different day for them because they were raised under different ways of thinking. They got mama and daddy in the house married together. I came up very different. So I tried to give them the best of what I didn't have, but at the same time, I allowed them to mingle with kids, learn kids. Just because this child might not do this, don't mean y'all can't be friends. You know, this child might have 3 brothers and they might have 5 dads. I had to teach my children all of that. I didn't want them going nowhere and somebody say, hey, let me holler, put something in your ear. Then they come back and we got to argue about it. They got to slip out and put on makeup and clothes somewhere else. I went through the normal things that they go through, allowed them to do it, and allowed them to tell them. I ain't got no issue with it because that's what they supposed to do. Yes, they want to put on a little lipstick and a little blush. Yes, they like the little boy on the school bus or the little boy like the little girl, whatever. It's normal. They're not going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 forever. So instead of my kids getting out there and somebody telling them everything that I could have told them, we went through it together. I didn't have a lot of problems or school issues with my kids. But, I mean, we went finna, play around with them. And that's where I differ from my friends. Y'all sitting around talking about storks and all that. No. I didn't do all that. We got to the nitty gritty. And we get even more broad and gritty now. But we have boundaries. Because I'm still a mother. But no, I didn't make them not go somewhere. I just didn't allow them to go everywhere if it wasn't no supervision. But long as the parents' school, I know where they at. I can walk to the house. They can walk to my house with their parents or whatever. I was good with it. Because I'm telling you, I've seen kids that didn't get that. They was raised strict. That some joined gangs, some went to jail, some drugged out, some pimped out, some hold out. Strippers, all kind of stuff. And you know what they would say? Miss Alanitra, if my mom would talk to me and love me like that or let me express myself but she didn't want me to go nowhere. Not going nowhere don't keep them virgins. I'm just going to say it. It just don't. It don't. It don't keep from taking a drink. It don't. They wild out. Like you saying, Queen. I seen them wild out in college. And you be like, girl, why you do that? Did nobody tell me not to. I be like, nah, baby, that ain't nothing you got to do. Oh, well, I thought I supposed to drink till I black out. Why? Mama them ain't never let me do nothing like that. Daddy them, nah, they told me to stay in the back room, watch TV. So I thought that's what you supposed to do. I wouldn't put my kids through that. Absolutely not. That's my 2 cents on it. But no.
But do you agree? Do you agree that parents should let the 16-year-old go to somebody else's house at some point?
If they 16 and they ain't went to nobody's house at this point, and the parent feels strongly about it, I don't like the way parents raise their kids. I'm telling you what I've seen. At 16, they should be having some type of freedom. At 16, you get your driver license, your first little job, and things like that. So if they can go do all that, why can't they go to somebody's house that you trust? Because see, it's a lack of insecurity.
Well, I think it's an issue. I think the parent don't trust. The parent don't trust the people at the house. I guess that's what they're saying. I don't know.
Okay, well now that's different. If you don't trust the environment,
but everybody. But it's everybody. Looks like it's everybody.
But if it's everybody, it's something within their parent. And see, I'm gonna tell you something that helped me. I and my husband tell my kids mistakes we made as young. You know why? Because I'm not embarrassed by it.
They
now,
damn
was
fool.
some of it not too cool? Absolutely. But I tell them that because the same things I did as a kid is still out here. It's like I said the other night, stuff don't go away, it just get a different name.
That's all.
But if I don't share my experiences before they mother, if I don't share my experience just as a human being, a woman, a female that was once young, don't you know they'll go out there and make that same mistake thinking, oh, they the first one and feel bad about it. They'll never tell you nothing. And then if they 16, ain't never been to nobody else. They do the countdown to 18 and 12 o'clock. They be ready to move out.
Look at Sanaya talking about if not they building a bomb in the basement. Girl, you know you say some crazy. You and that damn Miss Irma, I don't know where she at tonight. Y'all say stuff to those. Well, who was she? Sanaya, who was you responding to? Because I missed the comment. Lord Jesus, I can't with y'all. Yes.
You know that when 16 you can go to work, right? Well, why y'all don't think that them kids gonna have somebody coming in your house? How about that? I know kids that had folks coming in the house and they couldn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We don't.
But I just think it's cruel though. To me, I just think it's cruel. That's just who I am. I just think it's cruel because that 16 is just way too old not to let them go to somebody else's house. I mean, how are they going to learn to deal with people and learn people if they can't be alone in somebody's house? They got to learn to be alone with people. They're not going to have.
That had babysitters. I know 16-year-olds that had babysitters. And when I found that, I said, babe, what the hell you talking about, girl? Going out with my husband at 15, 16. I knew I could stay out all night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew I could stay out all night.
You stayed out all night at 15, 16?
Ma'am, let me repeat this. I said when they turned 15 to 16.
Oh, I say what? I didn't.
No, ma'am.
I didn't get that luxury. I didn't start hanging out late probably till I was 17. Going not late in the night or wee hours, but you know what I'm saying? I had friends, a few friends. We would go places right around after school or whatever. But other than that, my upbringing was very strict.
Okay, mine was too. But then, like I say, I'm telling you, if you don't teach your kids everything that goes on in the world and let them experience,
I'm gonna be Sanaya's ass.
For a parent to hear is that your child 18 and they ain't came home all night and you can't do nothing about it because guess what? By law, they 18 and then they with some fool that can be telling chug a little, cheat. They doing all this because they ain't had no experience. I ain't saying this the greatest experience, but hey, everybody gonna do something. I don't care how long you stay in the house. Didn't I tell you? Keeping them in the house don't keep them birds. They don't. They be buck wild. But at the same time, if you tell them and you teach them and you trust what you put into them. So to me, it's about what do you trust about yourself that you put in your child? Because I can't possibly say I trust how I raised them, but they can't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Trust goes two ways. Kids should have trust in their parents, and the parents should be able to trust them. Period, point blank. If you 16 and in the house and you sitting up there, what y'all think that they doing?
What is
they
this?
Do more harm in the house online with the bullshit that's online.
Cypress
Crazy.
Pisces
Let them kids go out to
Cypress.
the park.
I can't pronounce your username. Pisces Spring Zest. Don't like spell that. Pronounce that to me. You crazy. What you said about the Asian people? They don't do sleepovers. Lord have mercy. I can't with y'all.
Baby, let me tell y'all. People left their kids home. They couldn't go nowhere. And the daughter comes up pregnant. And everybody's trying to figure out, well, she don't go nowhere.
Nay.
She don't go nowhere. She ain't have to go nowhere.
Y'all
It
mean.
came to her.
Y'all some mean old little bats out there in that damn chat. Y'all saying some crazy stuff in this chat. I see you.
Girl, you want
My
me to
eyes
sign
watering.
something?
My eyes are dry is what it is. What the doctor told us why they're watering. Y'all are crazy. Y'all just say anything in the chat. Y'all just don't care, do you? Talking about somebody cheering gonna go AWOL. Lord, shut your mouth, Satan. Y'all behave. Oh, Chris says she was a teen mom. Today's teenagers are fast, overly exposed. There are a lot of followers trying to get in where they can fit in. Yes, indeed.
Peer pressure is worse when you're an adult than when you're a child.
It looks that way, don't it?
Now, that's something you should have brought with this conversation. It goes along with it.
Well, next time, Night Owl, next time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying with trusting teenagers, through this period, because some people call them preteens and stuff. I mean, I'd rather for them to go through stuff while I still can teach them stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to do.
I don't
never
at the
want
bowl.
them to have
Allow
experiences
meds out
that
of
would
health.
destroy them.
You know what, Darius, really?
Yeah, that's just how I see it. I think that
a damn tracker.
Get a driver license. Where are they gonna drive to if they can't go to nobody else?
Look at Edward. Edward, see, let's have fun and don't take it too far now. Edward, I'm like you. Why, damn, we gonna put a tracking device on the kids. Ooh, Satan, I can't. Oh.
My kids got tracking devices on their phone.
Okay, well, guess what? You can turn the phone off, Night Owl. Ooh.
The way it's set up.
Oh, I can't. Y'all crazy. Oh, this we ain't gonna start this tonight, please. You can track the phone with the phone off. That what you trying to tell me?
Huh?
You can track the phone with the phone off.
Yes, ma'am.
How's that possible? Please, somebody help me understand. You must work with the FBI. I ain't never heard that before. Oh, Jesus.
But this is the crazy part. Somebody told me, my daughter's boyfriend told me about the app. His family had it. I had never heard of it.
I hear you, Sheila.
And you can upgrade it, all kind of stuff you can do on there. See where they've been going, all kind of stuff. But when my kids go somewhere or do something, I trust what they say.
Oh, Lord.
Now, if something happens, I trust they'll call me. But at some point, I had to, let them fly a little bit. When they was kids, yeah, they can go to the little girl house and play for an hour or two. It didn't have to be an everyday thing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It don't have to be an everyday thing.
Okay.
But I think that kids need some form of socializing with their own peers.
Well, they do because your children will probably go out and be doing stuff they don't have no business because they're too happy to get out. That's common sense. That's anybody. It's like what happens when people go to jail. They can't wait to get out and they go back to doing the same stuff they was doing before when they got in there. Ain't learned nothing. Ain't learned nothing.
It was better that way because of all the stuff. And I said, well, what's going to be the difference if you were not here and somebody else was raising them? Would you think they're going to still uphold your rules? See, I think about things logically.
Right, Nene.
What if I was stuck at work and somebody was babysitting, but they needed to go across town to their cousin's house? See what I'm saying? They would have to take my kid. What if something happened and I can't get to the daycare time and I got to get my friend to pick my baby up and she's 14 years old and the friend stops over to her other friend's house and my kids see other kids dancing or playing a game or whatever. Do you think the kid just sit there like a not on the law? No, they want to go have fun with the other kids, these teenagers. That's
Okay,
I
so
look at everything that can happen.
Okay, Darius.
I want that said I wanted to trust them.
Turn phone in remotely. Well,
What you say?
I was reading Darius's comment. You can also turn phone in remotely. I'm reading the chat's comments while you were talking. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I just think it should be a level of trust. And if it's not, why? Because parents that say, oh, well, I trust them, I don't trust other people. Well, everybody can't be bad. You trusted somebody, you getting them going to work every day.
Well, no. Don't apply.
It's just the weirdest thing, but I have heard this before, but it's just a disservice to the kid if they.
Well, it is because you're basically saying to your child, "I don't trust you to do the right thing." You're steady saying, "I'm worried about their parents or who's coming in their house." I get that, but you're still sending a message to your child that you don't trust them to do the right thing, to know how to get up and walk out. And I understand a lot of times a child may not be able to walk out depending on what the hell jumps off, but that's why you give them a cell phone. And if they start seeing some hanky-panky, somebody's a little too close, somebody's a little too touchy, they can just send a message, toot, 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 mommy, come get me. Or hell, call 911, and the child need to just jump up and be like, oops, I got to go, and walk out the door. Walk out the door.
I did. Those exact words you just gave to the chat.
Let's go. Get the hell out the door.
I said, if you don't feel comfortable, just call or just walk out the door, walk on back to the house or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if you're not near somebody, because we do have to count the fact that people are going to go maybe to another town over up the road. That's why you send the text to let somebody know you don't feel good, you don't feel comfortable. Like I said, if it's a heroin situation, the best thing to do is call 911. Because 911 probably going be quicker than trying to get your mom and daddy to get there. So you call 911 if it's something heroin. But I'm just saying, call whomever and then kindly get yourself up if you're able and remove yourself. But you have to teach your children to do that, because a lot of times we as grown-ups will be in awkward situations and we don't remove ourselves from situations. We sit there and let the people talk crazy and make passes and be overt because we don't want to hurt their feelings. But we also have to tell ourselves that even in a bad situation, we need to get our butts on up and walk on out too.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So that's what I meant when I said teach them. You teaching them. What good is the teaching if you don't see no action behind it?
Well, yeah.
I can teach something all day, but the only way I know if the teaching was effective is me seeing it in action. And that's what I feel when it comes to kids. Everybody has their ways of doing it. But I'm just saying, I've met a lot of kids that once they're 18 come, they ain't look back. And
yeah, I just and then too, leaving them at the house alone too. Leaving them alone in the house too. You first, they can't go over here now. You afraid to leave them in the house alone? Come on now. Just you can't run to the store.
Leaving them in the house, right? If I left them in the house, what makes you think ain't nobody else coming in my house?
Yeah, well.
Kids not dumb. You know, kids go to school. And that's another reason kids would get picked on. Girl, you couldn't go to the party and you a sophomore. The party was at Pizza Hut. Everybody went.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, nah, my kids can't go to the football game, the basketball game with their friend. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That frees you up for about 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They be doing stuff. Well, okay, like what? They ain't did no more than you doing. Half the time, kids ain't did half the stuff you have done. But you so worried about your secrets coming out, you project that on them and make them carry that burden. I want you to do that to my kids. Let them kids be kids. You can't make them adults. They kids. And that's what I was always told. Let kids be kids and don't make them adults before their time.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted them to go to football games and go with their friends and hang out and, a slumber party, whatever.
Right.
Let them do it. I didn't slumber party, but hey, I wanted to give them a new experience. But I'm going to jump back down the chat. So
well, okay. I thank you for commenting, baby. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Bye, baby. Thank you all for chiming in. Thank you. My sister had boys leaving out back while parents coming in front. Luckily, they had me to give them the 411. Okay. Children are going to make mistakes. We know this, that they are. But I just feel like, what is wrong with trusting your kids? If you can't leave the child, if you can't leave a 16-year-old home alone, something's wrong. 16-year-old can't go to, excuse me, someone else's home. I just think it's something wrong with that. Because I'm telling you, you do not want to look up and start hearing crazy stuff once your child starts leaving the house and not coming home or doing all type of other crazy stuff, or they leave out at 18 and they start getting into stuff that they did it probably because they couldn't. They just were just happy to have freedom. I was raised by my grandmother. She was a Pentecostal apostolic grandmother. Okay. Super strict, brother. Females couldn't wear pants or jewelry, nothing worldly. I would sneak my pants and earrings to school. Well, I remember that with some girls that were Jehovah's Witnesses that lived above us in our apartment building in Chicago. I think the mother had 5 kids. I think it was 4 girls and 1 boy. And I felt sorry for the girls that they had to wear skirts all the time and not be able to wear pants or shorts or, you know what I'm saying, at that time in the 80s. And I just couldn't imagine what it was like, every day you're always wearing skirts and, like you say, couldn't wear, makeup and jewelry or whatever. And of course, now Jehovah's Witnesses are different. They're a little more modern now, the Jehovah's Witnesses that I've met. But back then in Chicago, they were not. And I just felt bad for the girls. I really did. I felt bad for the girls. I really did. And even the apartment manager who managed our building, they lived in the building, and they, if I'm not mistaken, they were Jehovah's Witnesses as well. And their girls all wore skirts, naturally. But I think them gals end up getting a little, look, they end up breaking loose. And I just heard the other day, my brother had told me about that one, the manager's daughter, older daughter, she would be my age. She passed away, and I didn't know that. He just told me that recently. So, wow. Just shows you how time passes. But it's amazing. We all live different lives. We all live different lives. A. Miller says, I didn't get to wear a pair of pants till I was in high school. Wow, really? Interesting. A. Miller, so what was your denomination at the time? Used to wear my clothes under my PJs and sneak out in the morning to catch the bus. Why were you doing that, Raven? That makes sense. Your parents let you walk out the door in PJs? That's weird. What parent will let their child walk outside with pajamas on to go to school? That don't sound right. Oh, apostolic Pentecostal. Okay. Okay. Hey, Mill. Okay, I thought somebody else had said something. Okay, Tessa, my condolences. I thank you all for joining me. If you want to call in to IG to give your commentary pertaining to trusting teenagers and allowing teenagers to be able to go outside and roam to other people's houses, that's really my subject today, besides the Tiger Woods story. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you all. 1 hour and 14 minutes. Thank you so much. You all have been so good to a queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ravenheart, I don't understand that. That's weird to me. Girls to wear pants. I'm always wear dresses and skirts. My oldest daughter told me that she used to take her dresses off when she got to high school. Okay, Mildred. Mildred wears dresses and skirts. Okay, I got you, Miss Mildred. Thank you, Zenobia. Thank you so much, honey. Zenobia, you want to call me? Thank you, Sanaya. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I thought this was an interesting topic. I know some of you have teenagers and know if we've all been children ourselves. Okay, Chick Benny. Dresses equal easy access. Well, guess what? If you decide you want to do something, it ain't gonna matter if you got a dress on. Shut your mouth. Tights, leggings, pants with zippers. You know the rest. Y'all better stop all that. Big Sexy 71, baby. On IG. Look, when did some pants ever stop somebody from doing the do? You know y'all better stop. Y'all better stop all that foolishness. Yeah, we know a dress flaps up, but guess what? The pants can fall down. All right now. Just saying. Ooh, y'all ain't gonna worry me, Jesus. I can't. Oh Lord. Hold on a minute, baby. I see somebody that sent me a message. Hold on. Look at this girl. They show everything on this IG. Jesus whip. I don't see any not out. True. They're going to do things whether you are strict or not. Yes. I was checking to see if the IG, so I don't see anything. Okay, Ravenheart says, oh my gosh. 16 when they start to get really bossy. Okay, I think they might get a little bossy before 16. Some people. Hello, Sheila. How is everybody doing? Parents should want their kids to know things instead of people in the streets. Right. You don't want people in the street teaching your kids anything, telling them stuff. That's not the place. We know people are going to learn on their own. Children, going to learn different things, but you just don't want strangers telling your kids stuff. Parents should want their kids to know things instead of people in the streets. Yes. Thank you all for being here. Yes. Hi, Cynthia. How you doing? Deception doesn't start with the kids. It begins with the parents being honest with their kids. Yes. Yes, Sheila. Yes. Exactly. So true. So true. Thank you all for joining me and my topics today. For those who didn't catch the beginning of this live, the first commentary is by CNN, and it was a discussion about Mr. Tiger Woods, 45 years of age. He had a car wreck in California, and he, as far as I know, is okay. Has some leg injuries. If you need said information, CNN is a source. There is a said video, and they're giving you the update pertaining to Mr. Tiger Woods. He is. It is. What is the word I'm looking for? Suspecting that he was going at a high rate of speed, and his car crossed the median, crossed one of those, medians that's in the middle with grass and trees, and he crossed that, jumped to the other side of the road. Car went airborne, landed on the side of the road, or the opposite side of the street, turned over, and he had to be pried out of the vehicle with a tool and an axe to break the window. So as far as I know, Tiger is stable condition. Darius says, I was overprotective, but communication was key with my children. Amen. Amen said, my parents ain't told us nothing. Y'all killing me. Yes, if you don't have a picture ID, I will not respond to you on IG. Tiger Woods made it was a human error, or they gave him a broken car. Okay, Darius, don't start. Play nice now. Play nice. Y'all know y'all shows out. Oh, Jesus. Maybe it was human error. Well, I think he was speeding. Like they said, a lot of people speed on the road. So obviously they've had wrecks there, what they said. And it was coming down a slope, probably a slope, we can't see from our view because we're looking at the side of the road where the car landed. But he was coming from the opposite direction. So people, if you're coming through there, like they say, Holland, you know what? You can overcorrect. And people do it all the time. Because I live in an area that's hilly. East Tennessee is very hilly. We have lots of hills, twists, turns, steep roads, embankments. Some drop off very far down, especially when you're up in the mountains. I mean, you can lose your life. So you can't be talking on the phone. You can't be texting. You can't be digging in the glove box. Can't be fumbling with the radio, digging in the back seat for a pamper, diaper, something in your suitcase, briefcase. You will leave here fast. Okay, Darius said my parents didn't communicate either. Okay, I got you. It's I can't even pronounce your username, baby. And I finished high school. I can't pronounce this word. What is it? Picea? Prizes. I can't say it for some reason. It's late. I have to look at it when I'm not doing this. Okay. Backspace said people who were interviewed said it was a dangerous road to travel. Well, that's what was said in the article, is that they have had accidents there. People tend to have accidents. So I don't think they'd make that up. And probably because people are speeding. I don't know why everybody's in such a hurry to get to where they're going. You do not ever speed on a winding road. That is just retarded because you will overcorrect. And you don't even have to be doing anything. Okay, Sanaya. Oh, Carmela says the road needs guardrails. Raven, you think it's made up? Ain't nobody made that up. You need to go look at the car. I didn't show you a picture of the car. It ain't made up, baby. That car left the road and then it flipped. Well, I'm an hour and 24 minutes in. Thank you for joining me. That was the topic. The beginning of the hour was about Mr. Tiger Woods, 45 years of age, having a car crash. The second installment was about people trusting their children, why you won't let your children go to other people's homes when they're teenagers. And that is the said subject matter that we have been talking about. Okay, so that is it. The committee. What are you saying? Oh God. Hey Jordan, how you doing, baby? Sorry, Queen, if my mom was a pain. She's so stubborn. What you doing, Staffy Mama? What are you doing in this chat calling me in this late? Didn't I tell you not to be on this channel? Now, yeah, I'm gonna spank your bottom. You don't listen to me when I tell you stuff. Let me find you. I'm getting ready. Yeah, IG Willow, Big Sexy 71. Just send me a message with your picture looking like that, because these people will steal stuff. Staffy Mama, answer the phone. Now, what is this Pasia talking about? What are y'all talking about? Big Sexy 71 on IG. I will have black hair and a bangs in a bob. Pisces Princess. I couldn't understand what it was. Hell, I'm getting old. Oh, Princess. I think the end threw me off. That's what it was. Lord, y'all coming up with these names. Jesus, I can't. Thank you, honey. Staffy Mama, I'm calling you. How you in the chat? Don't answer the phone. Okay, Willow. Just leave a message, honey. Whew. God, what is the deal? Yes, if you'd like to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you very much. I didn't know what it was saying. I couldn't pronounce it. I'm usually good at pronouncing words. I was just looking like, what is this? What I was trying to do is break it up and then pronounce it, but sorry about that. The phone is dead. My little brother said, so you on the computer. Are you watching my chat, little boy? Because I told you I did not want you watching the chat because this is 18 and over. Don't make me fly over there and get a belt to your hide. Sheba. Just Sheba. That's me. Okay, Sheba. Hi, Joelle. How you doing? I know, Joelle. And I didn't send you a thing to let you know I was on. Sorry, honey. No, he's not, but mom is now. So am I. Okay, Staffy. I thought that was your son messaging just now in the chat. He knows not to be messaging. He know I had a talk with him the other day. I'm looking after mom. Oh, your mother. That what you're saying? I'm not trying to say your name, but you're looking after your own mother is what you're saying. Lord Jesus, I can't. I don't see any other messages. Oh, you're the daughter. Okay. How you doing, baby? Lord, I thought you was the son. Jesus, well. Yes, thank you all for joining me. I don't know where Queen at. What she be doing?
New tonight, Anaya's Law, moving forward with lawmakers in Montgomery. The bill would give judges more discretion to deny bail to violent offenders. It's named after 19.
Okay, so 1 hour ago, the Alabama House unanimously approves the Anaya's Law. So I guess it would be a law passed that denies violent offenders bail. This was just uploaded WVTM 13 News 1 hour ago. I just got the notification. For those of you who followed the Anaya Blanchard kidnapping and murder of a young lady, college student down in Alabama, I just got the notification that the Anaya's Law has been passed. Amen. Amen. I have a camera in every room. Patty, what's going on with you? Ooh, Lord have mercy. Yes, Raven. Yes, Carmela. Yes. Amen. That was one of the lives where I actually cried on because I was so disgusted. Not that I want to get on that subject, but that was a very troublesome case to me. And I got very emotional over a year and a half ago when I did that story on one of my lives. So you can go back and check my content out about Anaya Blanchard. And that case just rocked my world. I was just disgusted. So damn disgusted. So disgusted. Yes. Well, that's how it should have been anyway. Shouldn't have had no bond anyway. There was a black woman who was the judge of Ibrahim Yazid, who let him out. He got so many chances. And if you go back and read his record, his public information, I do have a video of that said public information about his criminal record. My head was spinning because it was so long. I mean, just the notes I took. I was like paper for paper. And writing all that down, that's before I had all this stuff I got right now, these devices and stuff. It was just sad to me. And he had got in trouble out in the Midwest. I think it was Missouri. He got in trouble. They let him bond out. And then he got high one night, jumping a fence at somebody's house, mansion or something, business, just always into something. And then he kidnapped a man and a friend from a motel, robbed them. And luckily he was running down the road, weaving and bobbing, and the state trooper pulled him over. And he got charged with that. But the sad part is that stupid black judge let him out for him to end up kidnapping Anaya. And it just pissed me off because it was like, damn, come on now. You shouldn't have gave him bond. He had two people in his car. One was severely beaten. The man was almost 80 years old. Why would you give somebody a bond that would beat a damn near 80-year-old man damn near to death? They said the man was beat severely. He was near death sitting in this car. And that black woman gave that SOB a bond. And I signed the petition to have her removed from the bench in the state of Alabama. And if you care anything about livelihood, I ask you to also sign the petition to remove that bat off the bench. I don't know if she's still a judge or not, but if she is still on there, get her off because she rightfully so needs to be removed. Yes, Night Owl. His record was ridiculous. Ibrahim is Satan himself. They thought, let me tell you something. If you believe in the Bible and you think that God cast Satan down in a hole, guess what? Satan got up and manifested himself in the Ibrahim Yazid. Nobody can ever make me believe different. That's Satan, honey. And I think he may have something to do with Lakira Pig Goldsmith's disappearance out of Alabama. And I brought you to say a commentary about that as well. Well, he'll probably get he gonna get the death penalty. That I ain't even worried about that. I already know they're gonna give him that. You forgot Alabama's still a good old boy state like Mississippi, Georgia. For those that don't know anything about the dirty South, there's a reason it's dirty. We still have the good old boy system down here in the South. We still have the good old boy system. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Still the same old racist white mentality down here in the South. So he gonna get it. He gonna get a nice little needle to the arm. Amen. But that's a sad commentary. Tiger Woods and trusting your teenagers to be able to go to other people's houses in Rome. I thank you all for joining me. Another channel. I don't have another channel. Where you see me with another channel at? Carmela, what are you talking about? Don't start no crazy nothing. I'm gonna say, do I have a twin? No, that's Queen Talks Crime. That I call her my baby sister. She is the moderator. She's one of my moderators. She has her own channel, Queen Talks Crime. Check out her contents. Help get her views and likes so her channel can grow and be monetized. Amen. But just spelled it different. The OG spelling was taken probably, I don't know. Say what, Jennifer? I'm in a fog. I will sign up. Yes, sign that petition for that judge if she's still on the bench, because there's no reason to let a person get bail and they damn near beat a person 100 years old. Come on now. I really wouldn't care how old the person was. It was a 20-year-old. I feel the same way. You robbed them. You put him in the car. Where were you going with he and the other person? Yeah, I'll wait. Probably to drop them off like what you did to Nia Blanchard. I keep trying to tell people you got to stay woke. Where are you going with somebody you just kidnapped? He and his friend. Where were you taking them? You were getting ready to dump them like how you did to Nia Blanchard. Ain't nobody's crazy. Yes, Sanaya, Miss Queen. Queen had a channel before, she told me, and now she's back on YouTube. So please follow her content if you like. If not, pass on by. We're in a spiritual war, and that devil is after your children, and you better protect them with the word of God. Darius says, I think it was consensus that it's okay to install cameras inside the home. What you think? What do you mean, Darius? Inside what home, baby? Just call me, Lord Jesus. Y'all be talking so much and saying stuff. I don't be understanding half the stuff y'all be saying. Jesus of mercy. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Do you want to give a comment instead of chatting down there?
Well, I was asking because
I don't know what you're asking, so you have to repeat it because I don't, texting. I don't be knowing what y'all are talking about because these people have 5 different conversations going on down in that chat.
Yeah, or I was asking if having cameras installed in the home diminish trust with the kids or with your kids or with your teenagers. And I think a couple people had said, no, it doesn't. And I suggested that I think people should have them in the common areas in their home. But that's just my opinion.
So would you have cameras in your house?
Yes.
Do you have cameras in your house right now?
Yes.
Okay. So Darius was asking, do you all think it would diminish help me out.
The trust.
From
your kids.
Okay. What you say, Queen Terry? Who I call her back? Now don't y'all start. Who I call a bat? Y'all know, if you used to me by now, you know I say all types of stuff on my community board, in the chat, and on my live. You know I call you a bat in a minute. If you a bat, you a bat. Huh? Because I put an alley in front of it. Help me. I'll call you an alley bat in a minute. Y'all know how I roll. The judge in Alabama, oh, that's an alley bat. Yes, ma'am. Anybody condone an elderly person being beat damn near to death? You don't have no love for nobody, and you're a judge. You have no love for nobody. And that's the spoken word. What do you all feel about cameras inside of the house? Would you all have cameras inside of your house? How would you feel to have cameras inside of your house? What would your children feel? Do you feel like your children would feel like you don't trust them because you have cameras in the house? That is the question. Okay, Staffy Mama says in the doorways. Okay. Night Owl says cameras don't violate trust. Okay. Shit. Pisces said yes, definitely. Cameras are good, but not in bedrooms or bathrooms, of course. Okay. Carmela says yes, 100% for the cameras. Okay. Pisces is all for our safety. Okay. Genie in the bottle says, Queen, my daughter have cameras in her house. Okay. So we know it would be wrong to put a camera in a restroom. That's disgusting. Come on. But what are you trying to say, Darius? Even in the children's rooms, where are we going with this?
No, just in the common areas.
Okay, in the common areas. Okay. Ooh, Nay said the kids don't pay no bills. I can't with y'all. Oh, you old school, Nay. Shut your mouth. Well, elderly, old, it's all the same to me. A child is, to me, an elderly person was once a child. A child is going to become elderly. It's all the same. How the hell can you be the elderly person? Come on now. It's foul. It's foul. So, Darius, you have cameras in the house right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I have cameras inside and outside.
Hey, Queen, welcome. Darius has cameras inside and outside. So you have them at the front door, Darius?
Yes.
Go, Darius. It's your birthday. You got cameras. I'll pick it on you. Darius said, hell yeah, I got cameras. Darius live out in the middle of nowhere. He better have some damn camera. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
But the flip side of that is, if the intruder comes, he can cut or she can cut the wires outside. So where that leave you with your cameras? I'll wait.
They're wireless. I have cameras right at the entrance of the driveway.
Wireless, okay. But you understand my point.
Yes.
If you get the wrong one, and if they come and look, and if they come deep mob style, you in trouble. Oh, you understand?
Just get the 12 gauge out. That's all.
Wait a minute. Dad said he'll get the 12 gauge. He said, go ahead. Wait a minute, like Clint. What Clint said, make my day. Come on, bring all your friends with you. Okay. Oh, Lord.
You ain't playing with no handguns.
Carmela said, happy birthday, Darius. Darius, is your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday. You said happy birthday.
Oh, Carmela, I was making a joke. I was going to say, damn, you been down there talking like this. I can't say nothing on my own live. Y'all don't catch nothing. It's not his birthday, baby. I was making a joke. Oh, black folks slang. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, don't put the cameras in the kids' room or bathrooms, but have them on the outside of their windows.
Okay, Willow said she would have them in the rooms.
Yeah.
That if intruders come, I would see them, but definitely give my child some privacy. Yeah, you don't want to put cameras in somebody's bedroom. That's nasty. That's disgusting. Because you will feel some type of way. You see your kid talking to themselves, you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, my baby's gone crazy." Well, that's the reason why you don't want them in your room, because you in there talking to yourself too. Y'all know how y'all do. We all talk to ourselves, as they say. So long as you don't answer, you all right. Yes, we do have a good time over here. Yes, we do. Cynthia says, I got cameras, wire, and solar. They come in. I hope they make it out. No, you come in here. Look, the thing is, look, you check in. You don't check out. Hello. Let them come on up in there. Let them come on in there. I always tell them I'll leave the light on for you. Look, that'll be your last hoorah. That's what Darren said. He got a 12 gauge. So you come on in there if you want to. You bring Pookie and Ray Ray. What you say, Darren? It's going to be a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to have a party up in here. Oh, I can't imagine. Jesus.
Double barrel. Get them both in one shot.
Oh, God. You know what? That's the video I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to go back in the book on a case that took place a few years back, and I want to get you guys' opinion about it. And I'm going to break it up like this. And then I'm going to check out of here. A man kept getting his house broken into. So he decided one day to lie in wait for the perpetrators. And they foolishly came again. And he sat downstairs in the basement and he waited on them. And there were some young people who broke into his house again. I can't remember if they were the same people that broke into it before, but nonetheless, they broke into the house. He shot these people, shot them dead. The moral of the story is that he ended up going to prison because he foolishly taped himself talking about the crime and what he would do to them. I believe to this day, had the detectives not found those audio tapes of him talking to himself on audio about his house being broken into, his hatred for the people breaking into his house, he would be free. He would have been free. And I don't know if he's still alive or not, but I'm going to bring you the update tomorrow. He ended up going to prison, protecting his own house. And what sealed the deal is because he ran his mouth on audio and they found the tapes during the investigation after he shot those kids. And they're basically saying he set it up. But that makes no sense because how can I set you up and it's my house?
Premeditated. Yep.
It's my house. So how did I set you up? You came into my house unannounced. I didn't put a sign out. I didn't leave cookies. I didn't leave the door ajar. You came to my house. And because I left audio tapes for the detectives to find of me talking about how much I hate your ass for coming in my house, I'm now in prison. Because they're basically saying, well, you wanted these people dead. You talked about wanting them dead. You planned to shoot them when they came in your house, which makes no sense. But there are going to be differences of opinions about this case. A lot of people, some people swayed with the man who owned the house. Some people felt like it was cruel for him to have shot those kids. But I felt like once you decided to break into that man's house, all bets were off. Because you cannot try to say what a person would or would not have done breaking into someone's house. That's not your house. You don't belong there. You weren't invited. So you pried your way in and you got what you asked for because you went in illegally. So it doesn't matter if you were shot, pepper sprayed, beat to death, beat up, whatever. You went looking for trouble and you got what you wanted. But sadly, this man ended up going to jail, going to prison because he would make tapes. He made tapes about it. And he voiced his opinion on the tapes, how angry, disgusted he was for these people keep breaking in his house. And that's what made 12 members of a damn jury say he deserved prison. I was stunned. Utterly stunned. I don't know, honey. The story's old. It's years old. I have not heard of the story. It's been a long, long time. But just sitting here thinking about us talking about, the security camera situation. I thought about that case, and I possibly will revisit that case tomorrow and give an update to what actually happened, if he was ever free or not free, because I haven't, it's been years since this case took place. But it was sad to me because this man worked all his life. He retired. I can't remember if he worked for the government. I think he worked for the government, if I'm not mistaken. And he lived his peaceful life. And these people violated him, breaking into his house because it was off the beaten path. There wasn't a lot of other homes around, I think. And they just decided, well, ain't nobody there. We'll just go in and have us a good time and go to this man's house. So he hid his car. Oh, let me throw that part in. He hid his car. So they're showing like, well, you set it up. But it doesn't matter. It's my house. I park my car wherever I want. If I want to drive it into the next town and walk back, come back on a horse, my damn house. It's my house. You have no business breaking into my house. Period. But 12 members said no. So I'm going to bring you that said update to that story. Yeah, they deserve that. Oh, yes, Sanaya. Yeah, that's my saying. I'm going to give you what you want. Amen. Look, as one old lady said to me years ago about her son, that the old lady, God rest her soul, she said, I didn't send for you. So what is the problem? Amen. Yeah, Crystal, it's a crazy story. It happened, I think, I can't remember. I think it happened out west, the Pacific Northwest. It happened out west, and it was a very famous case. Because there's also another case I had heard of on Dr. Phil where these family members had got on the show and had said the same about a man who killed a young man. They had broken into a man's house. He just happened to be in the house when they broke in and they thought he was gone. And they wanted to do the same, I guess, felt like he was wrong for shooting him in the back. Because they were like, well, the guy was leaving the house running out. Why would you shoot him? Well, let's think about that for a second in this case. You, once again, broke into someone's house. He was a loner. He was by himself. He doesn't know you because, once again, you broke into his house. So you're telling a person who owns a house, who has a weapon, not to use the weapon because you said, okay, you got me. Can I scoot by you? And run out your house, sir. And you thought he was going to say, yeah, I'll wait. Go on, walk out. I'll give you a couple minutes to get out, and then I'm going to call the police that you just broke into my house with your friends. How did you think that was going to work out? That man said, okay, you can walk by me. So you walk by, and he shot you in your damn back. And then your family wants to go on Dr. Phil crying that it was wrong for him to shoot you in the back, going out of the house, running out of the house, whatsoever. Okay. Sanaya, right. Back or front, you ain't supposed to be here. Why would he break in? He could have always turned around, of course. Right. Oh, Night Owl said his name was Byron Smith. Okay. The tape should have exonerated him. Well, Patty, what they're trying to say is with the tapes is that he basically was setting it up. He was saying on the tape, yeah, I'm going to lie and wait. Yeah, I know you're going to come back. Yeah, I'm going to move my car. Say what, honey?
Premeditated. Yep. He was planning and being premeditated. That's what got him.
Yeah, well, what the thing is, it's sad to say that, frankly, he was in his own house making tapes about hiding the car. I want you dead, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, you can't tell somebody what to say in their own house. You can't tell somebody how to talk in their own house. You're still basically trying to tell a person not to talk to a video, to a recorder. Yep. And you're basically telling the person, you can't hide your car in hopes that somebody will come to break in the house and you shoot them dead. Well, you fell for it. You didn't see the car. You broke in the house. He was sitting in the basement in a chair and you couldn't see because it was a wall hidden. You coming down the stairs, you can't see him because he's behind the wall sitting in a chair. So once you all came down those stairs, you and your little buddies, he let y'all have it. He let him have it. That's that. Okay, Night Owl said it was in Minnesota. I knew it was somewhere cold. Okay, I don't know why I kept thinking the Pacific Northwest. Okay. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you so much. He should have had also busted him in the head. Oh, Lord, Night Owl. Jesus. Carmela said he was blowing out steam at the time. Yes, moving the car was not illegal. Right, and that's the whole point. You broke into someone's house, case number one. The man got tired of you breaking into his house, so he hid his car. He talked about it on audio, how he was going to move the car, wait on you, because he knew you foolishly would come once the car was removed. You did show up, and then he shot you when you turned the corner down in the basement. But my thing is, you had no business breaking his house. To me, it doesn't matter that he talked on an audio. Doesn't matter if he told his friend next door, hey, somebody breaking my house tonight. I'm going to kill them if they're in here. You broke in that house. You had no business in there. It does not matter that you just was joy, what all y'all want to call it, joy ride or joy fun or whatever. You broke into someone's house, and that's that. It doesn't matter what your intentions were. Oh, we were harmless. We weren't going to do anything to him. It was more than two of you. So how the hell would he assume you wouldn't do something to him? And we know that things can go bump in the night when a person confronts a burglar. So what if he was in the shower, in his bed, or sitting in the living room, or drinking coffee? He turns around, there you are standing there. Then he may go reach for a gun if he had one, or a knife. Well, now you're going to try to stop him, aren't you? Are you just going to run out? Or are you going to say, oh, hey, don't do that. Don't grab the gun. Don't grab the knife. And then one thing leads to another. And then let's just say he ended up dead. So now you all are facing a murder charge because you went and broke in somebody's house and they tried to defend themselves. But instead, it was the other way around. He waited on you. And in case number two, this guy let the guy run out and he shot him in the back. And his family raised holy war because he was shot running out of a person's home, a man's home. And they felt like that man should have let him go out the door unharmed. And that was, to me, a crazy case as well. Because I guess that man said, no, I'm not going to let you run out of here. Because I know 9 times out of 10, you're going to come back. Because you don't have any respect for me. So there will not be a repeat. Thank you all for joining me. It's at the top of the hour. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you for joining me, my new subscribers, people stopping in to visit. Thank you, Mr. Darius, Night Owl, for speaking. If you need to bring any commentary, you can reach me on IG. Please, no screenshots of foolishness about anything derogatory or he said, she said, through the IG. I've seen enough of that. I don't want to see anymore, okay? Thank you. But if you want to reach out on something that's pertinent, I don't mind responding. No photographs, I don't respond. I will block you and I also will report you. I don't have any problems with it. Thank you all for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below if you'd like to donate to the channel. $ Big Angie 129. Thank my mods. God bless all of you. I will try to bring you more content and update to Mr. Tiger Woods and all the other cases I have discussed on the network, the channel. I will bring you that information as well. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.